You are listening to Filthy Armenian Adventures. As toxic fumes engulf Los Angeles yet again, this time from a food factory on fire for the seventh day and counting, I invited my good friends Jack Mason and Cara Cunningham to get their red dresses on and their high heels off and sizzle the telephone wires for a wide-ranging bull session that I will present to you, the loyal patrons of this missionary program, in two parts. Part one, we chat about the pornocalypse, the cruising situation at Buc-ee's, anti-social media, the state of the Zoomer, the return of the lesbian, and the toxic fallout of the rotten LA election and the future of Spencer Pratt. Thank you for listening, and may nothing scare you anymore.
I wish OnlyFans did that. I wish it gave us more, like, suggested, like, oh, here's more Caleb, like, people like Caleb or something like that.
Me too. Because OnlyFans is so secretive. Like, you have to enter the exact screen name in order to find it. And it doesn't lead you to anyone or suggest anyone. It's like, obviously, this platform, you should be able to find straight guys, dads, whatever. Like, how dumb are they to not categorize in this way?
Wait, you're into straight guys and dads?
Yep. It's true.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Scoop. Summer scoop. I still feel like nothing has ever topped. Well, I guess Tumblr was great in its heyday too, but like I feel like XTube was still. I guess because that's just when that was my awakening. So like those early years of XTube when there was a blog. It really was this blog on Gawker. Remember that fleshbot.com blog on Gawker? It was like a Gawker affiliate. At least at some point it became one. And at a certain point it became trash. But for a while it was really good. And in your feed, you could do it so that they gave you both straight and gay porn. So you got both recommendations in like the same scroll, you know. And they would recommend the best XTube videos, and they would have like very funny and well-written, blog posts about why the video is hot, and it was always good. And then like overnight it became fake. Like overnight it became like try hard bullshit that was obviously all just payola. But for a few years it was really good, and it's probably what kind of facilitated my disintegration.
Yeah, I mean, I was always just jerking off to like the previews of like whatever new porn clip, straight fraternity or whatever. Like they would have like the little teaser and then like 4 high quality photos of the guy, and like that was enough.
I just missed the men for men on Craigslist.
I miss that also a lot too, and misconnections, because I was always looking for myself, because people do see me and they're like enchanted and they're like, who is that? And
I still see the misconnections. I just don't see the men for men. And also I miss when XTube, you can't even access shit now. I don't know if this is trickle down conservatard local government shit, but you can't even see XTube now without entering your ID. Like, you know what I mean?
Does XTube even function? Does XTube even? I mean, I can't even find anything on Pornhub. I have like 100.
I haven't been able to look at tube porn sites for, it feels like 2 years, a year and a half or something. I'm just like, don't even think about it anymore.
I went on my Safari web browser, which I never used because I used to use it exclusively for porn back in the day when I was a more avid consumer. And I tried every single bookmark that I had on there. All of them were taken down. Every single one of them was defunct. Like, and
I
those were up there for years. I mean, those were things that were like I would click back on those 5 years after I had initially
Yeah.
banked them.
I just miss the days when the Republicans were like accidentally retweeting porn. Or remember when on Twitter you could see their likes? I
Hmm.
forget
Yeah.
which Republican politician it was, but it was like 4 years ago. And they were like liking all this porn. And I was like, I just miss when that was what things were. Like, what is this enter your ID shit? I
That
can't.
it still happened. It just happened. Oh, maybe it was in Republic. It was some foreign country. There was just something about how the party's account. I don't know if it was a conservative party or if it was a social, but the party's account had like liked or something or followed or something a porn account that was just all over the website formerly known as X. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's all gone. But all the donors I keep hearing, all the Republican donors are either gay or Israeli or both. Very often both. So I think it's still, it's only a matter of time before yet another thing breaks open involving all kinds of porn stars because they really are. It really is a lavender situation behind the scenes of this, which is probably why there's so much like uptight. I mean, we know these people. There's so much uptight concern
Yeah.
for any of the
They don't
anything.
tell you their names when you're hanging out with them in person.
Right.
You have to find out from their Venmo what their name is accidentally.
They're like a non in person too.
That yeah, absolutely. Right-wing people on Twitter are non in person very often.
See, I haven't been to these things that y'all have been to. Like, I just imagine, like, I don't know. It just seems so different to me. I haven't gone to none of the New York galas or the
The New
fashion,
York
whatever.
Gal. Well, those days are over, babe.
Well, the fashion things or whatever it is. I just feel
Yeah.
like you would think people would be more real in real life.
No. See, recently something I've become kind of proud of, uh, as a millennial is like that millennials overshared on social media, and that's now seen as like really tasteless and bad, and like younger people like flit around multiple accounts. They don't post anything on main. Everybody's so mysterious. And I'm like, it's fucking cool that we were all brave enough to just like flip out on the internet all day, every day for years and years. And everybody's just like a coward pretending to be cool now.
Well, it's like we were talking about the other day in the group chat with the whole this new notion of like it's luxurious to be like not online
Offline.
and like maybe post a story once every 6 months. That's their new
Yeah,
sort of
that was
like,
really funny.
well, they're even the older people I know like are really taking that to heart because again, it's I don't know if it's they take the lifestyle of it or the optics here, but they really believe if they just don't post online and they seem mysterious, they have their life together. I'm like,
Yeah. If they lurk all day and don't participate in anything. And if you ever meet one of those people in person who has a cryptic, mysterious Lana Del Rey um type internet presence where they never post anything more than once a year, they're on their phone the whole time,
mm,
lurking.
yeah, they're
Because they
all
need
talking
several different
about
phones too. They need like three different phones to lurk on different things in their disguised ways. So they have like a whole operation going. I keep seeing people with two phones these days.
I keep getting the clickbait articles that are like, people have two phones now to separate business and personal life. And it's all just rich people shit. This whole notion that it's like a status symbol now to not be online after all these years where it is a very attainable way of liberating yourself from a 9 to 5 job if you hate that to become an influencer of some sort. Now that regular people can do that, like trust fund people have to signify that they're offline and that actually being online is like dirty and low class and whatever. It's all connected to that because,
But
you
they'll
know,
give the thing, Jack, where they're like they tie it in a bow by being like, this is about our mental health. We see where this is going by being on our phones. I'm like, well, I, it actually, I can't even comprehend. I mean, if companies have to be online to just promote their businesses, what kind of elitist bullshit are you talking about? Because
well,
everyone has to be online.
everyone has to be online. If you have any kind of business, it has to be represented online because that's the marketplace. That's where people find it. And so this snooty attitude of like, I can't post anything about myself online. I'm a mysterious Alexa Demi private person. Nobody can find you. Like that's the thing. If I all of you, all of the people that I know from my show, no one would have been able to like find me based on common interests and stuff if I wasn't oversharing on the internet. So it's just like you're expected to just already know everyone.
Well,
It's
and
so fake
If I
guess what? The reason Lana Del Rey and Alexa Demi can do that is because they're Lana Del Rey and Alexa
because they're at the
Demi.
top.
Like, hello?
They're established. Like people are interested in them already. They don't have to like become famous and create a persona online.
Well, they are the internet. That's why they're already their own internet. I mean, especially someone like Lana, all she has to do is fart and everyone's going to talk about it. You know, it's like anything she doesn't, she can go offline and go back online for 5 seconds and it's world breaking news that she just posted something or
And it's
whatever.
fucking
Eh,
boring since she hasn't been online for the last 3 years.
And it's
She's
also
not doing
skinny now.
anything. Yeah, whatever. It's fucking boring. I really miss the mid 2010s when celebrities still posted their own shit. Just when when they were like when you could get on Twitter and a celebrity under their own name was just like replying to everything. And then that at a certain point that completely stopped. And then this idea that everybody has like an assistant doing their social media for them took hold. And I just kind of miss when they responded to everything.
Well, I
I
think the
miss
beginning. Oh, sorry. Go ahead,
No, no,
Ale.
go, no, go ahead, Kara. Tell me about the history. No, I was just gonna say that I'm pissed that I was offline. Essentially, I wasn't offline. I was on Facebook, and I did do some like
Yeah.
political activism on Facebook in the Armenian context, and so far, and also promoted my first movie very like heavily. In a kind of mini viral way and stuff. So it's not like I was a total fucking, but I did. We've talked about it before. I was so jaded on online communities based on the pre-social media internet forums with like pseudo objectivists that I had been that I had gotten to know Barbara Brandon from and everything. I was so jaded from that that I basically spiritually boycotted it all the way until fucking COVID forced my hand. And I did it. I was on Facebook from the beginning, but I boycotted Twitter and didn't really use Instagram anyway. Wasn't my thing. But looking back, I'm like, well, what did that get me? What did that get me? That it took me until 2020 to find my true friends in this world. All it got me is that I had to spend my life surrounded by the stupidest people who've ever existed, who, if they knew a single piece of my actual mind, would have freaked out. I had to like learn how to code switch among complete morons for years. That's what it got me. It didn't get me anything else. I didn't like ascend to a higher plane because I wasn't posting actively and freely the way people once did in the early days of Twitter. I wish I had started earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, completely. I used Facebook it like very avant-garde way and people like flipped out. Like when I didn't use Twitter or any other social media like early 2010s and I just kind of like used it like my current web presence was just posting about movies like kind of blogging interchangeably pictures of myself, pictures of everything. And I called it Fruit Diet. I mean, it had its own like name, like as if it was a news column. And people like so like suspicious, like, that's not how you use this, right? It's like, why? It's my page. Like you're tuning in for whatever I want to give you. I'm not like here as part of like a yearbook with a standardized format.
Well, I was just going to say, I think because you had mentioned when celebrities used to post on their own, just like we all used to, and whatever. I think the beginning of them backing off of that, because I start thinking of random people in my head as examples like Selena Gomez. She used to be very online, lives all the time, all this shit. And then she would say something and step and shit. I think that at a certain point, when cancel culture happened, they backed off. And
Yeah.
then the second
Yeah.
part of it that really cemented it is when it becomes luxurious to all of a sudden be this like, oh, before it was relatability, now it's this veil of like, girl, there's no way we're going back to old Hollywood where it's like you have this Joan Collins mystique about you. That's not gonna happen. Like, but they wrap it up in mental health. Like, no, I'll just let my
Hmm.
handlers deal with that. And it's like, girl, we're so post all that.
It
The,
It's
sucks,
all
man.
of the wealth is just concealed. Like I sound like such a communist right now, but like really, it's just all about concealing the wealth. Yeah, you have the luxury to have an assistant who does all your social media for you. You have the luxury to not have to present yourself online and dirty your hands. You're like, but it's all presented as if it's just your personal choice, like that anyone can do.
This is becoming. I don't want to bitch about Zoomers because I don't mean to like harp on them. They're fine, whatever. It's
I
just
love them lately.
yeah, they're cute. They're growing up. They're they're trying to find their way, and they had a rough go of it. And this COVID thing was really, especially if they were in high school or like early college. I mean, imagine that. Like, imagine it was bad enough if you were a grown up. It was bad enough if you already knew what life is, pretty much, and you can kind of like understand exactly what it took away from you. But if you're coming up at exactly the moment when you're supposed to figure out the difference between your the shelters of childhood and the facts of reality, and then to have it all scrambled up like that for 2 to 4 years, depending on where you were located in your most tender moment of life. It sucks. There's no way around it. It was a crime against humanity, and it was a major crime against that generation specifically. I can already notice how the younger, I don't know if they're, I don't know where Zoomers end and Gen Alpha begins exactly. I don't know where we're at right now with the numbers, but I can already
I call
notice
them
how
all Zoomers still.
I still call them Zoomers too. I don't know the difference, but I can already tell the people who, there's like a window of Zoomers that really got damaged by this or really confused, and then there's like the ones who are younger who are free of that particular form of damage, and then there are the ones who are older that we know, like the ones who are almost 30. They're the ones who like they also were free of that damage, but then there's that middle zone where they're really screwed up, and I feel like they deserve compassion. I don't mean to shit on them or whatever, but they seem to especially be taking this in as if it's a status symbol, even if they have no status, just a status symbol to be like weirdly unreachable on the internet, or to constantly deactivate and then reactivate
They need
and
a
then
dose of like being messy is cool. Like
Mhm.
they're too on this tip of like being a frozen statue that's mysterious and never says anything. Like they need like some of that, whatever Courtney Love early 2000s like being a mess in public is cool energy. Because right now they're just too
but they're
tasteful and
still
it,
afraid
it
of being
looks bad.
canceled.
The constant deactivating to hide your 6 month gay Zoomer mental illness breakdown looks way worse than just kind of like doing it more openly.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
I have
listen,
like there are people who I literally only communicate with through Instagram, let's say, and then their profile disappears, and I'm like, where is I can't even find them, and it's like
well,
there's
that's
so much.
been me before. But
Yeah.
I I was just gonna say I do have compassion to an extent. I saw a video yesterday on TikTok by a Zoomer who was like, wait, sometimes I feel like our clothing and the music we listen to is cooler than us. And I was doing a deep dive and I realized that people before used to dress like this because they were part of a scene. And like it was this whole thing. And I was like, I felt bad because I was like, they're having to deprogram things and realize things that would never dawn on me to even. But you're right, Alec. It's like they did have this huge thing with COVID happen right when they should have been partying, doing their things. I can't imagine. But like the fact that that even dawned on that person to say that, like, oh, people used to have to dress like this because they invested in like this scene or this thing. I was like, whoa, they didn't know that before.
Yeah.
And this person looked almost 30 saying this. And so I do have a little compassion for that part.
Yeah, I have compassion. Also, I'm like warmer on them because the younger people have become like a lot sexier, a lot more openly sexy in terms of dress and like the Ella Imhoff Keebler elf asexual moment, normcore moment is kind of like
Mhm.
dissipated, and they all seem to be dressing like Euphoria characters now,
All of them.
and smelling like vanilla body mist, and like and the boys are all wearing really short shorts, and they're looking a
There,
lot better than the.
there's definitely been, I don't know if, last time you were in LA was what, January 2025. There's definitely
Uh-huh.
been an uptick in here. We went out to Silver Lake. I noticed that, oh God, there's like a whole new generation of people who are going out and like they're trying to look good. And I noticed lesbians, as I was telling you, as I was reporting in the group
Yeah.
chat, there was
I
this
have
like
mixed
lesbian.
feelings about the return of lesbians. I'm
Well,
not
I mean,
thrilled.
obviously, yeah, obviously, but there was at least there was like,
They're just pretending like they didn't disappear and trans themselves for 10 years, but whatever.
but it's a
Just
real
and
thing,
they're
isn't
always
it?
around food. It's when I go to Central Market, they're just like buying bulk candy and just like where are you hibernating?
But yeah, what happened? What's your theory on the return of the lesbian though? Like what's the reason why only
Uh,
after Trump got into office lesbians decided to go back out again and like
it's a
be
soft move
lesbians?
towards conservatism, and it's also reflected in the weird obsession with lesbian main characters in streaming media for the last 2 years, where no, it's technically a queer representation, but it's kind of antiquated because they sort of disappeared for a while. Um, I just feel like it's the kind of general move towards more conservatism and glamour in culture, and they're kind of they're moving away from the extremely political, medicalized version of their sexuality, but whatever.
I I was gonna say I didn't ever think about it, but I hadn't seen a lesbian in so long. Like I remember Sarah Paulson and that girl who was in like what was that movie? Something Factor from they were on American Horror Story or something. That was the
Hmm.
last time I just seen like lesbians, but even then they were playing in like a period piece.
Lesbians are being used right now by like conservative, curious filmmakers to
Mm.
like make put like the what was that show called with Kim from Better Call Saul? She's a lesbian writer. It's not very good. Uh, but yeah, she's like randomly a cisgender lesbian, and then Claire Danes was also like a lesbian in The Killer, The Beast Inside Me, which wasn't very good, but it's worth watching for her. They're just kind of, oh, and then they made Zendaya into just a straight up lesbian in the third season of Euphoria when she kind of wasn't
Oh
really
yeah.
that before.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I
I
mean,
mean,
everything is just downstream of being of Euphoria and whatever the couple shows that they're watching. It really is that simple too,
Yeah.
right?
that's true. Sam Levinson's impact.
Mhm.
I mean, it is. It's like there's like I mean, even the I haven't watched it, but I have a strong feeling that I mean, more than a strong feeling, I think it's confirmed that like that show I Love LA with Rachel Sennett has made certain bars, has like turned certain bars in LA that aren't gay bars into gay bars. Tenants of the Trees has become this like twink bar overnight because of that show. Like all the
I
OnlyFans
haven't seen it.
twinks. I haven't seen it either, but I'm told that that's like that bar is frequented in the show, and you can see that the people who would watch that show are at these places. So it really just takes like one show, mimetically something show, doesn't even have to be at the level of a Euphoria, to just instantly, because there's no competition. There's nothing, or like WeHo is so bombed out right now. It's so it's just nothing. It's like, yeah, it's full of people on Thursday to Sunday nights, but you don't know who they are, what they're doing. It's such a mess. There's no real, the WeHo thing that you knew about is so diluted from the time you were here, Cara, whenever that was. 50.
I know well, even at my last stint there, which was 2013, when I was hosting like 4 a.m. after parties with Bobby Trendy and getting crazy, that even then felt like you could feel this shift, because that's when the meth heads with the metal pipes would throw them at you at the Starbucks, at the bougie Starbucks. So it was like the city was already becoming something else. Like that was when I knew, when the meth head threw a pipe at me at the bougie Starbucks, I was like, things are changing.
Bobby Trendy, who, by the way, seems by today's standards extremely masculine. Like when I was doing my Howard Stern episode, he shows up on a lot of that. And I'm like, wow, this seemed like the extreme of gayness in the 2000s. And he seemed like tough now.
You know, I have to say, Bobby, we both, I think, were looked at as like the epitome of like what they used to call flamers or like whatever. So what a weird thing that we ended up like after hours together. But yeah, I was gonna say, I can imagine the reason they're latching on to whatever new clubs are featured in I Love LA or whatever. What else is there? I mean, LA is abysmal in terms of like all you have running the gay bars there are like, well, I need to watch what I say because I'm friends with certain people, but there, yeah, it's played out, and I can see why they would latch onto that.
I think it's part of this larger kind of post-COVID lost world where no one knows what to do with public spaces, since public gatherings were kind of killed by COVID and by work from home, and there's not really like a distinct purpose for most public places. Everybody's looking for somewhere that something exciting has happened. And this explains, like, well, it's amazing in its own right, but the fetish for Buc-ee's.
Hey, this is your host, Alec Mohibian, with a quick message before we continue. Based in that great but very troubled place, Hollywood, California, Filthy Armenian Adventures is an interdimensional travel program that takes you deep into the cultural mysteries of our time. In search of truth, in search of gold, in search of lost friends and unsung heroes, in search of John Galt's motor. This show is your antidote to the black pill. This is your guide to the places, the personalities, the ideas and creations the enemies of man don't want you to know. This is your techno-noir investigation into the good, the evil, and the God hiding under our noise. This is where you get the news before it breaks, before it blows, before it burns. The show is supported entirely by patrons at patreon.com/filthyarmenian. As a patron, you get access to twice as many adventures, including the most important ones, the ones with the real facts. Plus, regular brief smoke break spiritual reports on topics of the day. As a patron, you also get exclusive access to our Smash live events. Ask anyone who's attended one, and they will tell you it's an experience you'll never forget. It's very easy to keep Filthy Armenian Adventures alive. You can still listen to the show on your favorite app like Spotify or Apple, and you can do so with the pride that you're putting a little bit of money where your soul is. More patrons means more fuel, more topics, more investigations, more miracles, more secret locations, and forbidden territories around the world, and the world that is Los Angeles, our post-apocalyptic headquarters. It means we'll be able to track down more enchanting figures in the landscape, dare them to abandon their masks, and join our quest out of the darkness and into a golden age. Patreon.com/filthyarmenian. Thank you for being one of the good ones, and enjoy the show. That's all for the free portion, everybody, to listen to the full part one of an hour and a half. Subscribe to the show at patreon.com/filthyarmenian. You just have to put a little bit of money where your soul is, as little as $5 a month. Use your web browser to avoid the extra Apple fees if you have an Apple phone that we don't see a penny of. $5 a month, patreon.com/filthyarmenian. And then part 2 will be 2 hours coming next week, also for patrons only. So thank you for listening, and see you on the other side of the paywall, if it hasn't been burned down.